got sessions today with a group that's staying up on Pfeiffer Ridge down here in Big Sur. A gorgeous beach, one of the most photographed beaches in the world, if not the. It has the natural bridges there. Anyway, I thought I'd do a little walk and talk. Had a little extra time. I'm here a little bit earlier. So I've been wanting to do a blog about entitled In the Meantime. And the point of it is that there is the ideal that we as shamans and as people on their healing journey are reaching for, looking forward to. And that ideal, is when everybody is healed in their power, living harmoniously on earth, with kindness and compassion and love towards one another and all beings, and recognizing our connection to everything, recognizing that everything we do to anybody else or anything else ultimately will impact ourselves, and just recognizing that it generally feels better to be kind and to do good things and to enjoy ourselves here on this magnificent planet, And that's the goal. And in that time, there's no need for governing, really. There's no need for policing. There's no need for laws and regulations and rules. And it really is kind of, quote unquote, heaven on earth. And, that time will come. We will return to that. This is what the indigenous peoples have known before the world got turned upside down, the Pachacuti. It's the way the Keros still live, essentially, although they've been impacted now by the West. But a lot of these uncontacted tribes in the Amazon as well, and in other parts of the world that do live in this way. And we have only been on somewhat of a detour as modern people. And, so we're working our way back to that. In the meantime, sensible laws and regulations and, things that keep people or corporations who, for whatever reason, mostly fear, as I have written about often, which is also greed, and fear kind of covers all of those issues. Those those situations, those people, the need for people who get together and create organizations that do good for the village, for the common good, like building roads and keeping parks in a pristine condition, and these types of things, and trying to regulate uses of all types of things. These things are all very necessary, and we want to do them in a way that is most efficient, of course, and most effective. And so, I think that's what's happening. Is there's those who sort of their worldview is that we are ready for that completely free and unregulated life, that everybody is good and everybody will do the right thing and take care of each other and nature and so on. And then there are those who realize that isn't what happens when you leave everybody free to make their own decisions. Unfortunately, a few people can amass greater power and make decisions and things that benefit only themselves. And the interesting thing about that is that the things that these people do that they think are benefiting themselves, at least in the short term, ultimately come back and hurt them. Things like the oil industry and coal industries and things like that. It doesn't matter what country you're from, but profit, progress, technology, all of that seems great in the short term, but when the air is poisoned and the waters are poisoned, everybody gets hurt. and inequalities of resources and power always lead to some type of breaking point. And so even the folks that think they're protecting themselves and doing things, controlling power and resources out of fear and greed, ultimately end up getting badly hurt as well in the end. So in the meantime, it behooves us to think about and come up with, the best ways to function and to get along and to do the right thing, until we're all healed and able to self-regulate in that way. There was a great article at one point I heard on the radio about about societies and what's required to keep order and lawfulness and so on. And there is either the fear of God from religion, for example, that keeps people to do the right thing, or there's very, very strict laws. And in the United States, for example, for the longest time, the strength of the religions, the pilgrims and all that, their fear of God, so to speak, kind of kept things in order. But in places like Singapore, where religion is not a very strong factor, they have very, very strict laws. And I traveled there quite a bit, and I really enjoyed it because it's a very efficiently and beautifully run small country, with laws about things that I wouldn't do anyway. So, and very strict ones, and that's sort of what keeps it working. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. Hopefully it creates a little bit of thought, a little bit of contemplation, a little bit of what it takes and how we can contribute individually to the betterment of our society and of our communities and the world at large, in the meantime. And continue to work tirelessly for the ideal, ultimate place of wholeness and health and harmony and sustainability here on the earth, if we can make that happen. All right, take care. Bye.